Friday the 4th and Saturday the 5th of April, Communication. 3 years anniversary weekend. Interactive DJ and producer seminars, Ableton live workshops, demo feedback, interviews and more. Communication. Paul Kalkbrenner, Darko Esser, Burke, Avis, Piet van Dongen, Jorgels Gatsie-Crystals, Together and Wouter de Moor, De Kelder Amersfoort. For more info, check out commu-nication.com.
Het is tijd voor het tweede en laatste interview van vandaag. Het zal waarschijnlijk een heel bijzonder interview worden. Geef me een warm welkom, Paul Kalkbrenner. Hey mate, when you arrived yesterday, you told a story about some great party you had on Thursday. You started the weekend, you had a great preparation. Tell us something.
Yeah, we was at Richie's place in Berlin. It was like a sake contest. It was not about who can drink the most sake, but it was Yuki and all the other chiefs from the group in Tokyo. So they brought a lot of sake, and we gave them numbers, and then we had a list like what is the name of it, where's the region where it's from, the sake level, the rice mill level, and then we drank and made, announcement, this is good, this is just mediocre, this is bad. And at the end we find a winner. And then we drank bottles of the winner's sake. So.
What was the winner?
It was called Ginju Fuyuki.
Alright.
It was good, yeah.
So you can recommend it to everyone?
I recommend to use it. It has alcohol content like wine, but I don't know how they do that. It's also...
It really kicks in.
It kicks, but it kicks in a nice way. I think it's clear, so...
Right, perfect.
Yeah.
You've played in Holland many times. You have already a lot of gigs scheduled here.
Yeah.
What's your experience with the machine? Do you like to come here, or do you really?
I like to come here at first because always the technical surroundings are always, in a very good shape. You come to the stage, there's a technician, there's monitoring, there's everything stable stage. Sometimes in Portugal, where is the guy? Can I have power supplies? Yeah.
All right. You only do live sets?
I only do live sets here.
Are you often mistaken to be a DJ?
I played as a DJ when I was really young. I started to DJ with Sasha Funke in 1992 when we were 15. But later on I decided to, because I'm not really, it's a hard job to be into everything that's coming out and finding out this stuff, so I decided to just to do my stuff, so it was a good decision I think.
Alright, and Sasha's from France?
No, he's from Berlin.
Oh, but he lived in France, right?
Together with me.
Yeah, so that was why I wanted to ask you.
It was the winter, not this year, but the year before, because we wanted to escape the warmy, cold Berlin Siberian winter. It was 8 months, it was a great experience, with good weather and studios there.
So you returned to Berlin in the summertime?
Yeah, we came back in May.
How about next winter? You go back to France? Or?
I don't know, they steal twice my computer, so maybe I'll never go back to this country again. So.
Alright, only to play then?
Yeah.
Okay, you did some albums, and the last one was actually remixes, the Reworks album.
Yeah, also from Joris and...
Yeah, the Dutch guys.
Yeah.
Are you working on a new album, or can we expect something like that?
There will be a new album which is coming together with a cinema movie we made. It's not so much I can tell you about this, but it's going to be out in October in German cinemas. And then maybe we'll go to the Sundance Festival and stuff. But before we're going to go to A film festivals like San Sebastian, Toronto, and Busan. We were shooting also some scenes at last year's Welcome to the Future Festival. So, but it's just for the initial scene. You can see maybe for a minute or something. So.
Alright, yeah, I had the question ready. Like, why did you choose Welcome to the Future Festival for it?
We choose it because it felt in the roster, and there was a daytime, because at the beginning we want to show how a guy can play. There's one song of me is running, but you have 3 different parties. The first is Welcome to the Future, then the party in Lyon, which was in a very big hall, then a small club in Berlin. And it was really good that we had this Welcome to the Future festival, because it was a little bit different than the others, a little bit hippie-like, older people, and with all these little stands where you can buy this crazy stuff. So that you can show people who are not really into techno when they're sitting in the cinema, they blast it from the first track. And it's like Woodstock, it's a techno Woodstock, so that's how it felt like.
So you play at smaller clubs, smaller venues, but also big festivals. What do you prefer?
I like both. I like the small ones where you watch similar faces, you know, when they're happy and everything. But I also like to be just in front of a big, anonymous crowd. It's like just like both.
Let's go back to the early days. Like, what was your first musical influence? Or
I was in a music school where I was a kid, so I do music all my life. So we had this state system in the east part of Germany, where they went through the schools to find out who could be a good swimmer, who could be a good musician and stuff. And before my voice broke at 30, I had a very clear, high voice, so they picked me. So I played trumpet and all this shit, had this theory. So in fact, I'm doing music all my life.
so what kind of music were you influenced by in your early childhood?
Just what I have in the radio, you know. This can be everything. So the thing is, sometimes people say, "Oh yeah, I'm always with Kraftwerk and all this old stuff." But this is bullshit, you know. I think you're much more influenced without you recognize, you know. Music when you hear when you're really young, you don't even can remember what it is. But I think it's more into yourself than the music you choose when you're 15, 14, when it's belonged to the attitude. So now I'm a punk and this is what I'm listening to. So it's much more important than music. I cannot even say what it was. It was everything, just radio program. I recorded what I like.
Do you still remember your first ever record you bought or got for a present or something?
So I think the first techno record we bought was in '92, the Felix, Don't You Want Me.
Yeah. Really nice one. Okay, so you have a really busy schedule. I imagine you play every week in different countries, Friday, Saturday. Maybe in the summertime you have the festival during the week and Ibiza and stuff like that. Yeah, you need to be in the studio, of course. Have you got any time for like a private life? Or?
Yeah, the thing is I'm quite lazy. So the things in the studio I became it's something what I miss now. After the 15 years I lose the time to go to the studio to experiment and stuff. This is maybe shit, but now I'm very efficient. I go in the studio and produce something. So I need not many time in the studio. But I like this so because I don't listen to techno all day. So that's why I was happy when I play live on the weekend, because I wasn't listening to electronic music the whole week. So I'm happy to hear it. So
what do you listen to during the week?
Nothing. I read books and take it aside and stuff like this.
Well, you signed exclusively to Beach Control.
Yes, I did.
How did you end up at the record company?
There, to Beach.
Yeah.
It was at the beginning, there was like in '98, Alan was doing parties in Berlin called Beach Control Parties. What was after the Ever closed in Berlin, the best parties. And then she decided to make a label, and we knew her a little, and then she came to our flat where I lived together with Sasha. And at this time we still not even record the dance, we was recording music cassette. And she said, "Hey, your music is quite good, but you have talent, but you have to get a little bit better equipment. So at least you have to record this stuff on digital tape." So when it was very quick, like we bought this shit, made some other tracks, and half a year later we made our first releases there. It's amazing. My first package I think is number 4 or something, and now my next one is fucking number 172.
Yeah, they go like crazy.
Yeah.
Right, as I told before, you're playing in a lot of countries. What's your best memory, or where do you prefer to play in your favorite country?
I was recently in Japan again, so the World Club to me is the best club in the world. It's like, yeah.
You like the traveling, or do you really hate it by now?
No, I like flying. That's yeah. The thing is, I think there are DJs who are really like, oh, I hate flying, and so you're sitting there. I prefer to go with the bus. At least you can watch out the window and everything. But I'm into avionic, you know. I like airlines, airplane types, and all this shit. So maybe I'm one of the guys.
Let me check my list because I'm using it right now.